Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being with us this evening. We are now reconvening the meeting from our closed session. And please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, recognition of our flag. Hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. A moment of silence as we recognize what we just did, recognizing our country, who provides us the ability to have a free school system here in the United States. And as we are finishing up our summer break, we look forward to what is in front of us for the next year, all the work that is going into preparing to take care of our children in the district through our teachers and our staff. So let's take a moment and just think about what it entails to be able to provide this service to our students. Thank you. Now we'll have a closed session report by the clerk of the board.
Thank you, Mr. O'Neill. Okay. Item 4.1, no reportable action taken regarding public employee performance evaluation. Superintendent. 4.2, the Board of Trustees unanimously approved the settlement agreement in OAH case number 20230-40446, resolving all issues in students' due process complaint by funding placement and reimbursement. 4.3, the Board of Trustees unanimously approved the settlement agreement in OAH case number 20230-10406, resolving all issues in students' due process complaint by making changes to the IEP and providing reimbursements. 4.4, no reportable action taken regarding negotiations. 4.5, no reportable action taken regarding personnel. 4.6, the Board of Trustees unanimously voted to accept settlement in Orange County Superior Court case number 30-2020-011-56793 CU-PO-CJC. 4.7, the Board of Trustees unanimously voted to accept settlement in Orange County Superior Court case number 30-2021-01-1250522, 01-250-5292-CU-PO-CJC and related coverage issues. 4.8, the BOT unanimously voted to accept settlement in OC Superior Court case number 30-2021-01-238180 CU-PO-CJC. 4.9, the Board of Trustees unanimously voted to accept settlement in Orange County Superior Court case number 30-2022-01262513-CU-PO-CJC. 4.10, the Board of Trustees unanimously voted to accept settlement in Orange County Superior Court case number 30-2020-011-48065-CU-PO-CJC with plaintiffs 1, 2, including related coverage issues 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9. 4.11, the Board of Trustees unanimously voted to accept settlement in Orange County Superior Court case number 30-2022-011-246603-CU-PO-CJC. Item 4.12, the Board of Trustees unanimously voted to make the following appointment effective July 3rd, 2023. Brian Belsky, Director of Arts Education.
Congratulations, Mr. Belsky. Would you care to step to the podium and say a few words? Uh-oh, he's taken.
You know me, I never waste a microphone. Board of Trustees, Cabinet, esteemed colleagues, members of the community, I'm deeply humbled and honored to stand before you as the Director of Arts Education for AUHSD. As I begin my 26th year in education and my 21st in this district, I gratefully accept this role with a sense of responsibility and enthusiasm to foster a brighter future through the power of arts education. The role of arts education in building a stronger society cannot be overstated. It serves as the bedrock of creativity, empathy, critical thinking, nurturing well-rounded individuals who contribute meaningfully to our communities. Through artistic expression, we empower our youth to find their voices, cultivating a generation of confident and compassionate leaders. Last fall, the voters of California overwhelmingly passed Proposition 28 to expand arts education for all students, and the board's decision to create this position shows visionary leadership as we move forward to support our arts programs and students and to create new ones. I'm deeply grateful for the district's unwavering support that recognizes the pivotal role that arts education plays in shaping our development as humans. Your belief in the transformative power of the arts inspires us all to strive for excellence and to create an inclusive and thriving educational environment. I'm also thankful for the support of my family who are here tonight, my wife Sarah, and daughter Olivia, and my nieces Randy and Brittany. Sarah, you've been there every step of the way, from watching chili pots at band fundraisers to helping me revise production schedules. You're absolutely best, and I couldn't have done any of this without you. And also a shout out to my family watching online. Hi, Mom. So as we embark on this collective journey, just let us remember the words of Pablo Picasso. The purpose of art is washing the dust of daily life off of our souls. So through arts education, we cleanse our souls, we enrich our lives with beauty and meaning, and together we'll sculpt a brighter future where the arts empower us to bridge divides and create a society grounded in compassion, innovation, and understanding. Thank you all so much for your trust and for your support.
Anybody have any comments? No? Okay, well, we
Congratulations.
welcome you to the position.
Right.
Pardon me? Oh.
Said right.
Oh, right, okay. Welcome you to the position and look forward to great things as we move forward this new year, right? VAPA is a fantastic program, we love it, so I look forward to what your visionary, in your mind, what you see, and help us move forward working with the Ed department here. So congratulations to you and your family. Thank you.
Bravo.
And somebody's really proud of her daddy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Next, report student speakers. I don't see any student speakers in the audience. I don't see any association members in the audience to come forward to make a report, be recognized. I don't see any PTA representative in the audience. We're moving forward quickly. So we now come to public comments, open session items. Opportunities for public comments occur at the beginning of each agenda item. We have one speaker. His name is Fred Smoller. Excuse me. Come to the podium, please.
I failed penmanship. My name is Fred Smoller. I'm a professor of political science at Chapman University, which is in Orange. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you today. This is good. From October 5th through the 15th at the Orange County Fair and Events Center, I will be putting on with a group of people the Orange County Sustainability Decathlon. We were funded by a $5 million grant by the state legislature, and I can't help but smile when I drove in here to see your solar installations, so you get it. Climate change is real. I believe I teach courses on it, and I hope it will be incorporated into the curriculum of the entire state. But this is the good part. I spoke to your city council, and of course I asked for money. I got $5 million from the state of California, and part of this exhibit, and you can go to OCSD23.com, are 15 homes that are coming from California, from around the world, that demonstrates sustainability and the use of non-fossil fuels for heating and cooling. I happen to be the guy who brought something called the U.S. Solar Decathlon to Irvine in 2013, 2015. You possibly may have gone to that. So here's the good news, and then I have homework. The first part is the Anaheim City Council, or the utility portion of the city government, has agreed to fund any school bus that wants to go at the high school level to the Orange County Sustainability Decathlon. This is on October 6th, what we call Education Day. And we will have the Wyland exhibit and a number of great exhibits. And we are encouraging the teachers perhaps to come to us in the morning and maybe in the latter part of the day give a lesson. We have suggested lessons about sustainability, climate change, whatever the teacher thinks is appropriate. And by the way, my wife's a retired teacher. She said, don't tell them what to do. So the teachers can also apply for grants, and we give out the money if they want supplies, whatever they want. But the big part is your city council has done this. We would like, now here's the homework part. I'd like you to send this out to every high school teacher and let them know. I would like you to encourage all grades to come to the event center. And I'd like you to encourage, to the extent that you can, all of the Anaheim residents to come. And here's my dilemma. I went to Sacramento, got my check for, well, they didn't give it to me, but I got $5 million because they said, you know, we are engaging in this enormous undertaking to convert our economy to sustainable practices. And I said, great, we're going to be the only county of 58 counties to do this type of decathlon because we think education is so important. But I said, you can't do it in one shot. I want to do it every 2 years. And they said, well, show us local government support. Show that the students went, show that the school boards, and I'm speaking to every single school board, every single city council, that's my summer, that you think this is a good idea. And if I have the turnout and I have the students, then I can go back to Sacramento and say, gee, you know, we're the leaders in this Orange County. And my ultimate goal isn't just helping us adapt to climate change. There's another goal. And my other goal is to make Orange County the sustainability capital of the world. And that this should be our next chapter in our illustrious economic history. So you have this. I'm going. I sent the PDF to your public information person. This is the superintendent here? Who is
here? Oh.
Wait, superintendent,
Yeah.
my new best friend. My card is there, and let's get together. It's win-win. They go, the buses are paid for. I think it'll be a good event, and hopefully we'll have it. It's open to K through 12, although the buses are just for high school. Maybe talk to Ashley, the mayor, and get it for everybody. Okay, thanks for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Smaller. Thank you. Can we get that put in the Friday update, you know?
Yeah.
This, and this also, have put that in so we can, so it's in our file.
Yes, well, we'll get that in there, yeah.
Thank you.
So, I have a question, Professor.
He's the only professor that he taught.
So, Professor, so you put on the solar decathlon was that at the Great Park?
That was me.
Okay, I was there with my son.
Congratulations,
so I do recall
students.
being there.
But the students were the most passionate, engaged, not college students, which is what I teach,
Right.
but the high school students and the high school teachers. They were the ones. Now, I did bring it here. I started this in 2009. My hair was not nearly as gray. But that's the U.S. Department of Energy Solar Decathlon.
Yeah.
I felt California needs to have its own. In particular, why I wanted our own is that this now has a K through 12 component. The U.S. Department of Energy does not have a K through 12 component. Ours has an outreach to all communities. I was part of the U.S. Solar Decathlon. I love it, but there was a kind of an elitist tinge to it. I mean, those kids were going to do well no matter what, quite frankly, Stanford and UCLA, you know. So we are reaching out to schools like Rancho Cielo, Construction Academy. So I'm a local guy. It's a California event. We cannot effectively combat climate change without education. You know that. And I think it's substantive, and it's not controversial. And I think I just want to keep this thing here for the next 50 years. So,
Okay, thank you very much for your presentation.
I know
Thank you.
Okay. That's good, that's good.
Professor's close, we can 75-minute close.
Oh, we have another 70 to go.
It's really admirable.
All right,
It's
we'll
exciting.
move on to, thank you, Mr. Belsky.
Place.
Pardon?
Items of business, educational services, school-sponsored student organizations. Do we have a motion?
Slow moved.
A motion and a second?
Second?
Any discussion? This is on 8.1. Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Yes, 5-0. Resolutions. Resolution is 8.2, resolution number.
You know what? You went so fast. Wait a minute.
Wait a
I
minute,
had
we
a comment.
can't go back.
I had a comment. Not so much that I don't want to, not vote for this club, but I felt that they need to kind of revamp their purpose. And it's Exhibit G. It's the PI Club, Pacific Islander. I don't know if, are you looking at it, Jaren? Okay, so my issue was, is it truly a dance group? Because that's really kind of what they focused on. And I didn't feel like they spoke enough about how they were going to, okay, so it says the purpose is not to only learn, but to expand the culture to everyone willing to listen and learn. It's also teach cultural dances. So explanation was just a little vague. So can you get back with them? I feel like it's a kind of a teachable lesson for them to kind of go back and revisit their purpose.
They may know their purpose, but maybe expand it and be a
Yeah,
little more informative.
If it's dance, that's great. We would approve it. I mean, it's a club for dancing, but I think if that's what they want to do, then they need to speak to that. Okay, thanks.
Okay. 8.2, resolution number 2023/24-E-01, annual certification of course-based independent study for 2023-24.
So move?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote. Ms. Guerrero?
Aye.
Ms. Piercy?
Aye.
Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Randall Trejo?
Aye.
And I vote aye, 5-0. Resolution 8.3, resolution number 2023/24-E-02, artificial intelligence in education.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions?
I just had a comment. Great resolution. I just wanted to make sure that, I know the AI Summit was mentioned in the resolution. Will our Kennedy High School career pathway be involved in that? Any student showcase of their time in the career pathway?
Yeah, so that's the hope. With the AA Summit, there's a few things that we want to accomplish. Obviously, the professional learning that will come from the summit with our staff and our students is a big piece. But then two is we're hoping that even though the pathway lives at Kennedy and they'll play a prominent role, we're hopeful that artificial intelligence, which is going to happen whether we like it or not, really is a part and integrated into what's happening at all of our schools. So we're fortunate in our partnership with eCadence, where they're utilizing the tool as a part of their platform, but with safeguards in place, so we can begin to really work with our staff and our students in utilizing the tool through the lens of ethics, right? Using it for productive outcomes rather than sometimes the bad or evil outcomes. So there's a lot that's going to be done with that. And yes, our hope Kennedy will be prominent, but we have a task force that's doing work with AI. And although Kennedy is largely represented on that task force, understandably so, we do have other teachers and staff that are part of other campuses who have an interest or passion in artificial intelligence. Because again, we don't want the pathway to only live at Kennedy. It's something that all of our schools should be a part of.
Okay, that was my question. Thank you.
And I just had a comment that, I just wanted to make sure, and after we've had more discussions just recently, last couple of days, I just want to, say that I am even more assured that, when we're leading this through the lens of ABI and with ethical use, I'm for its usage. And I trust that we'll roll this out carefully and cautiously and, with consideration of the issues. So I appreciate our conversations with this because, we do things with fidelity here, and I'm all for, leading the way again with this, so.
And Board President O'Neill, if I may, to Trustee Randall Trejo's point, our superintendent is well-connected or is becoming well-connected with leaders in the artificial intelligence world. And so they're also deeply connected to the work we're attempting to do through the summit. So there's going to be a lot of eyes working with us on not just the framework that we're trying to develop, but the way that we implement this through the lens of ethics and with a responsibility to really leverage this tool that's, again, going to happen whether we like it or not, but to leverage it in a way that's going to be productive and meaningful for our students to position them to attain jobs that are going to be utilizing this technology, but then also to use it in a way that's healthy and to make a better world, right? Create a better world which speaks to our vision.
Thank you for that.
I just want to add one thing. Mrs. Randall Trejo used the word trust, and I think that word is huge when we move into this new part of life. Trust.
Okay. Any other comments? Seeing none? Ms. Guerrero?
Aye.
Ms. Percy?
Aye.
Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Randall Trejo?
Aye.
And I vote aye. 8.4, revised board policy 7807, 6120, 6158, independent study, second reading. This information or an action item.
So moved.
Second.
We have
Second.
a motion and a second for action. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. 8.5, revised board policy, revised board policy 71105, 6146.1, high school graduation requirements, first reading, information only. 8.6, license subscription,
Says roll call
Roll
vote.
call vote.
but it's information only.
That's the
That's an error.
Okay.
That's an
An
error on
error.
the agenda.
First
Thank
reading.
you. 8.6, a license subscription, Arbiter Sports LLC.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Any questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's 5-0. 8.7, quote, five-star students, five-star in parentheses. Motion?
So
So
moved.
moved.
Motion
Second.
and a second. Questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. 8.8, grant award, Mazda Foundation Fuse Grant.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions, concerns? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. 8.9, Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, Orange County Human Relations, DBA Groundswell.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions?
Yes. When was the last time that we had gotten a human relations, like a report to the board? Feel like it's been quite a while.
It's probably been I think we've done updates for you, but the presentation probably was definitely over a year ago, for sure, at least, maybe a little longer.
Okay.
Would you be interested?
Gosh. Do we receive progress reports from them with the work that they're doing? Say, yes.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
At the end of each year, they provide a detailed report in terms of what data they've collected, the work that the RJ specialists in this case have done at the schools that they've been at, the work that the Bridges programs or clubs have done at their respective sites, and if there's any other trainings. Like last year, they did a lot of their implicit bias inter-service practices training, so they'll provide updates on how many staff they've trained, the outcomes from those trainings as well. So we do get a detailed report.
Would it be too tedious to put that together and let us see that?
We can do that, for sure.
Okay. I mean, if it's just, it can be generalized, it doesn't have to be, real detailed, but I just feel like I haven't received information from them in a long time.
We put that on a Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. 8.10, purchase and subscription service agreement, Raptor Technologies LLC.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. 8.11, independent contractor agreement, Leadership Inspirations.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. 8.12, subcontract agreement, the Regents of the University of California.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. 8.13, purchase through public corporation or agency, NetSync Network Solutions, Inc. for Amazon S3 platform.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's 5-0. Purchase through public corporation or agency, NetSync Network Solutions, Inc., installation and development,
So
and
moved.
deployment, excuse me.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. Uh, 8.15, purchase through public corporation or agency, Soft Choice Corporation.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. 8.16, independent contractor agreement, parent-teacher home visit.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. 8.17, public hearing, disclosure of collective bargaining agreement with APGA. We open a public hearing. Anybody wishing to speak? Close the public hearing. Nobody wishes to speak. 8.18, adoption of the 2022-26 collective bargaining agreement with APGA.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. Revised board policy 6317.25 and parentheses 4119.22. Professional attire, second reading.
So moved.
We have a
Second.
motion and a second.
Second.
We have a
Second.
motion and a second.
Yeah.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Very good, 5-0. Superintendent's Office, 8.20, revised board policy 10325, in parentheses, 9323, meeting conduct. Revised board policy 10110, number of adult student members in terms of office, second reading.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's 5-0. Consent calendar, number 9. Anybody wishing to poll an item?
I want to pull 9.37.
937, okay.
9.14.
9.14, okay.
Move for the balance.
Oh, I'm sorry, I need to pull 9.14 UU, but that's, you already pulled 9.414, okay.
Oh, yes.
That's fine. Okay, move the balance.
Second.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Let's go with 9.37.
Okay,
Percy?
9.37 is the Human Resources Division certificated personnel. And I just want to give out a shout out to item C. It is the National Board for Professional Teaching Standards Certification Incentive Program stipend. We have 18 teachers who are receiving this. This is phenomenal. And I want to congratulate each one of those. It shows you how good our teachers are. This is not an easy thing to achieve. I started this program when I was teaching, and it just takes a lot of time and effort, and I just thought, oh, wow. I gave up. But this is great. They worked hard for this, and I think they should be acknowledged. And I just want to say congratulations to all of them that are receiving that, and it just shows the quality of our teachers.
And I just want to, if I may, give a shout out to Diana Fujimoto and our team. It's through their leadership, the support that they provide to our teachers, the encouragement that makes this possible. So thank you.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so we have,
Well done.
That was my whole point. I just wanted to, come on, acknowledge them. It's in there, but, that's an achievement.
okay, so we have a motion on that?
So
And a sec-
moved.
And a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay. 9.14 gets a 5-0. Now, I'm sorry, that 9.37, now 9.14. Ms.
So
Guerrero?
I'm just going to abstain.
So moved?
Oh, motion and a
Second?
second? Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Abstain?
Aye.
Aye. And I said aye before. It's 3 ayes, 1 no, 0, no noes, and 2 abstains. Go ahead.
Aye
That was,
before
yeah.
Some math there.
All right, we'll get there. All right, that takes care of the consent calendar. Next, we have the superintendent and staff report.
Thank you, Board President. I want to put a shout out to the board, especially the 2 board members, Ms. Guerrero, Ms. Randall Trejo, for attending, along with over 50 AUHSD leaders, the Gear Up Conference in San Francisco, and I also want to commend the Ed Division for a record 7 workshops in collaboration with Cal State Fullerton. So it was an amazing conference, 2,500 attendees nationally, and once again, AUHSD is out in front in a number of areas, including the capstone, the AIM program, parent and student engagement, and on, but amazing experience. So thank you, board, for representing the rest of the board at the conference. And next year, we look forward to seeing some of you in Washington, D.C.
For my report, I just want to share that today was the kickoff with our Leadership Advance, where we brought all of our, not just our management teams back, but then also our teacher leaders, our counselors, our family and community engagement specialists, community school coordinators, to Kennedy for our time together to really kick off the start to the school year. Tomorrow will be our second day, so if you have the time and you want to come by Kennedy in the morning, we're there from 8 to noon. Just as a front loading though, there won't be like a fancy presentation tomorrow. Tomorrow our teams will be in breakout rooms where they're working together with their site teams to continue to map and plan their year 2 at a glance and what that's going to look like as we continue to make our capstone and performance task assessments better, and then also thinking about how we're going to expand e-cadence, and then thinking about safety and culture, making sure that those are our 3 big areas of focus to start the school year. So if you want to see our teams do some great mind work, by all means, come on down. Mr. Sullivan and I will be walking all the rooms where our ed staff is helping to facilitate and just be there to support while they're having the conversation. So thank you.
So question, Jaren, so tomorrow morning, there's no general meeting? They're just
No.
going straight to their rooms?
They report straight to the rooms. They're there from 8 till about 11, and then 11 o'clock, the junior high teams will go and join their high school feeders. And then we have a couple of unique schools like Oxford and CVA will be together, and then Gilbert, the Independent Studies Program, and Hope will be together. And we have a tuning protocol where they're basically going to share their year 2 and their planning documents with each other and give each other feedback. And then we'll finish with a video launch. Instead of bringing them back to KPAC, there'll be a video launch.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to wish everybody just a great start to the school year, and here's to another fantastic year. So,
Thank you.
Hi, so tonight I want to share with you this award that we received from the Construction Management Association of America for our Dale project, the modernization and new construction as well. So obviously we have our Executive Director, Patty Neely here. She and I were both present. So, but thank you so much, Patty, for your leadership in all this, as well as the Patty's team and the our project managers at Cumming who have done a fantastic job to help us with our bond. That is Kenosha, as well as Brianna Quintanar for being there to help us lead this project. So that's first announcement. And second announcement is Scott Singren is his birthday today. So thank you so much for
Happy birthday.
happy birthday. So thank you for being so dedicated and being here for your birthday. You do a great job, and you always make sure all the kids make sure that they're picked up every single day. So thank you so much for your dedication, but thank you for being here today on your birthday.
All right, another July
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Birthday.
No report, and
Yes, Amy Kwan reminded us that we had a parent at the Gear Up Conference receive the National Parent of the Year Award, Juana Rojas from Western High School. So a huge shout out to our Western team and that parent for nominating her and for the work she has done. Thank you, Amy, for reminding us. Appreciate it. And also just along with Brad's message of, wishing everyone a great start to the 23-24 school year. We have some unsung heroes that every year, this is like the busiest time for M&O. They're in this very, very warm weather. They're out there power washing down our grounds, washing windows, painting interior, exterior doors and walls, and getting classrooms ready, moving furniture. So just a lot of appreciation for our M&O department and all the work that they do during this time to ensure that when our kids are back, our staff is back, and those doors open, that the schools look as beautiful and pristine as they can. So thank you.
thank you for mentioning that.
Right.
Okay, Board of Trustees, Ms.
Yes,
Guerrero.
thank you. So I had the opportunity to attend the Budget Committee meeting. I also attended the Summer Arts Academy musical of Newsies, which was an incredible show, which included nearly 100 of our students from 14 different schools. So congratulations to all their work this summer. I also attended the Congressmember Lou Correa's Roundtable on Agriculture and Nutrition in the 21st Century, which was hosted at Gilbert High School, and the participants had the opportunity to tour the first permanent food pantry there. So that was a great turnout. And then I attended the AIM Summer Program closing ceremony along with some of my colleagues, which celebrated a record 170 students that were able to have internship opportunities, which was excellent. And then, as mentioned, I attended the NCEP/GEARP annual conference. I was a GEARP alumni, so it was really great to see the great collaboration that AUHSD has done with CSU of GEARP in the past 2 decades. And thank you to all of our team that was there and that presented and really highlighted our work here at AUHSD. And then I'll also echo the highlight to our Western High School parent that received the GEARP Family Leader of the Year Award, Juana Rojas. So thank you, and that concludes my report.
Percy?
Wow. Okay, basically, I didn't do quite as much as Jessica, but I attended the AIM Disneyland presentation where the AIM students at Disneyland prepared their final exam, which was planning out a night activity at Disneyland. And they had to do everything that is normally done, and they did a phenomenal job. Each one of them, were in different departments, and so they brought the knowledge that they earned from there to figure out everything from how much it was going to cost for souvenirs to how many groundsmen they were going to need, and, so they did a good job. But I have to say this, there were 12 students that were at Disneyland, and then afterwards, Ken Rothrock, who's the president of Disney there, wasn't able to be at their presentations, but he wanted to see them afterwards. So he had them all come up to his office. And then Brian left, but I stuck around, so I was able to go up to his office as well and talk with the kids and Ken. He is really appears to be really excited about working with even more students. He's just been really impressed with what our students have done. We started off with 3 at Disneyland, and then they went for more. And then, of course, I hope all of you recall, he came here and Disney donated $300,000 to $300,000 to our program. And so, it was great. It was just really, really good. And I look forward to Disney working with us even more. He seems eager to continue to work even in other ways with us. And I had to, because I go back a lot of years in I was one of the first, when I was teaching, that worked with Disney when the district established the Creativity Challenge that was back in the 80s. And it started off only with Anaheim Union, but then it kind of grew, and it grew to the whole of Orange County, and then it changed again, and now it's a different program. It's not the same, but we've worked with Disney many, many years, and so this is really nice that they are backing us up like this. And then I attended the AIM graduation of all the rest of the kids who were on all the other different programs. And then I attended the leadership thing this morning, and I tried to get around to a lot of the rooms and say hello, because it's hard to say hello when everybody's there at once. So tomorrow I'll try to get back to the other rooms that I didn't make this morning, but it's good. It was a good, a lot of them working and right away. And when I went into Ball, they were talking about their, no, it wasn't just Ball, but one of the other junior highs talking about taking a bus trip through their attendance area. And I would like to do that. So I told them, let me know, because if I can, I would like to see that, because that would be a little bit more in-depth into individual areas, because we're going to be doing one of the whole district, aren't we?
So every school will be doing a community reflective walk, which is a tour. And in tomorrow's update, you'll get the schedule and the details about what that looks like. So if you'd like to participate or go with any one school, you may.
Okay. Yeah, because I think it might be interesting, because there's, because somebody brought up something about an apartment that, was an issue or a problem, and I went, oh, I didn't know about that one. Okay, so, and that's it. Those are the main things we did.
Thank you. Ms. Smith?
I have nothing to report.
Ms. Randall Trejo?
Thank you. I was able to enjoy Newsies as well. That was such a wonderful show, and I had forgotten how cute it is, and that I think there was a seventh grader or eighth grader that was the lead of the role, and just amazing. I thought he was in high school, and so he's got a great future ahead of him. And congratulations to everyone. It was a really great show. I also attended the summer AIM graduation, we're calling it, and then Scott Rundell reminded us that not only the 170 students, but all of the other Film Academy and, it's eluding me now, but there are other students, though, equally equating to about 250, I think he said, more students that had participated in the summer program. I attended the conference, and I've always been saying this since I've been going to conferences, and as a trustee, we're so kind of far ahead of the curve on giving educational possibilities to our students. But I think it's just great that we continue to be out there and talk about what we're doing and celebrating what we're doing, reinforcing what we're doing in our district, and sitting in there, a lot of folks from across the way. We're getting lots of cards and making lots of comments and connections with our staff, and hopefully it just kind of permeates through across the United States. I loved the theme, the power of possibility. The speakers were phenomenal. We all had the pleasure of listening to the first female Hispanic in space, Dr. Ochoa, and just what a remarkable journey that she's had. Parents immigrated from Mexico, and taking a path. She told a story of how when she was trying to make her decision and what path she wanted to go into, and she's a mathematician, talking to one college professor and not really getting the support, or feeling that she wasn't going to get the support in that department. She felt a little demeaned, and then speaking to a physics professor, and the physics professor being inviting and welcoming and encouraging, leading her into that path which led to, of course, she did all the work, but leading to her success. But it just tells you just how important a teacher's support can be, or not, can be, and where it leads you. And I'm sure she's, I'm sure that professor's kicking himself now, not really being in her life. I attended my no crop meeting, and then you attended an emergency meeting yesterday. Well, I was on a plane, couldn't make it, coming back from the conference. And then I attended my monthly GASELPA meeting, and I'm really excited. Next week, I'm going to be training with their ABA specialists, getting some registered behavior technician training. So I'm really excited to be doing that, and looking forward to a great year. And thank you, everyone. I know everybody thinks we have summers off, right? It's just not, as you mentioned, it's the busiest time for M&O and busiest time for ed staff, because you're just preparing for the next year. And I'm just so proud of everyone in our district and our team. Just proud to serve as trustee. So thank you.
Thank you. Well, I attended the budget meeting and both AIM opportunities, at Disney and then the summer closing. As previously mentioned, I attended a couple of ROP meetings. The leadership advanced this morning, got into some of the classrooms afterwards, and said hi and listened to people for a little bit. And then I also attended with my wife and one grandson the Mac Farm opportunity where they were making jam. So it was really nice, and my wife made some jam standing there, so they talked her into doing that. I don't know what they're doing with the videos. I'm hoping that's not out there somewhere with my wife, myself, and my grandson, but anyhow, if it is, we never signed a waiver. So I'm gonna sue. So, everything was very well. So, somebody mentioned about the food pantry at Gilbert, and when I attended the opening a few months ago, they talked about, with Second Harvest, moving it to a couple other schools. Does anybody know where we are in doing that? And, what schools? I think they mentioned maybe Savannah and Laura or Catella or...
Schools, but I can follow with Carlos because I know he and the community school team are working.
Yeah, I just was wondering how we were getting on that. That's important for the communities that we serve. Speaking of serving, thank you all for all that you do for the kids, and from the certificated, the classified. It's all we couldn't do it without you. So thank you so much. And I hope you all had a wonderful summer, even though many of you worked probably maybe harder during the summer than you do normally during the school year in preparation for the next year. So with that said, we have a future ahead of us. The next is future meeting dates, which is August 10th is our next meeting. And of course, school, I believe, if I remember the calendar date, is August 9th, my son's birthday. In his honor, we're opening schools. So that's his birthday present. No, not really. And any suggested agenda items? Okay, seeing none, we move on to item number 13.
13, so moved.
Move for adjournment.
Second.
We got a motion and a second, finding. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.